pictures, you are interested in what is shown. Otherwise, you would have purchased plain paper, white, empty paper. Why you buy pictures? Why you buy postcard? Why you buy postcard? Because of what is shown. Okay? Question? Yes. You have also question? Okay, 1, 2. Okay.
Sheikh, the original question came up as, this is what I understood as the original question and how it came up, is that if we don't have the reality of the external, if we don't have the external reality in our mind, then how can we understand it? How can we know it? How can we know its truth? And hence we have all these different answers and then we'll sort of make sense. But here, we're saying that we have a paper which reflects water, but the reality of water cannot be in our mind again.
Exactly.
Which doesn't it raise the same question again? That if you cannot have the reality of water in your mind, then how can you understand the truth of it as an outside existence?
By correspondence. When you look at picture of someone, you say this is so and so. Is it true or false? It's true. But mind is better than paper. Mind so beautifully reflects that you don't sense there is separation. When I look at you, I think I'm seeing you. But in reality, I am not seeing you directly. There is no way for me to see you directly. What I am seeing is image of you. And through that, I am understanding you. Is it clear? But it's so nicely done that mind disappears. I think I am seeing you directly. I am not thinking of mind or images. Yes.
My question is similar, but for example, I do not know if I apply to this term, but like it's possible that the image, the brain can trick with the image, because sometimes they are like we are seeing the image itself is clear, but the inside the concept is very confused. Like for example, the famous exams of psychology that is a shape of or a jar or two people, and inside of us we do not know what is that indefinite, and we have to reach a conclusion even if it's wrong. It's possible for this type of
Yeah. So many times that image can be wrong, doesn't correspond.
so this can apply for this type of concept.
Yeah. So Ilm Husuli, we always said that it's subject to mistakes. If that concept corresponds to the reality, it's true. Otherwise, can be mistaken. Okay. Okay. Alhamdulillah, we finished this discussion. The next discussion is about yes.
So before we move on, there's this question about seeing something directly or through an image. When it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, knowing Him, is there a distinction, is there a level that you can reach where some sort of veil is lifted, where you have sort of direct
Yeah.
knowledge?
Yeah. You can have ilm huzuri of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So how would that work?
So many times mystics have immediate understanding of God. In the same way that you understand yourself, you can understand your creator. Because according to especially Mullah Sabra's philosophy, the relation between cause and effect is very, very intimate. So the cause can have knowledge by presence of effect, and effect can have knowledge by presence of the cause. But for cause, the knowledge of the effect is perfect. For effect, the knowledge of the cause is limited. Yes.
Is this what we refer to as liqa'ullah?
One meaning of liqa'ullah can be this.
So that would mean liqa'ullah is possible in this world.
In this world is real. When Urafa say liqa'ullah, they mean this. But when Quran talks about liqa'ullah, means resurrection, means ba'ath. Yes. Normally. Yes.
Sheikh, I'm finding it difficult to distinguish the difference between Faisal Koshi's understanding and Mullah Sadra's.
Fazil Qushi.
Yeah, maybe I got Faisal Koshi's one wrong.
Fazil Qushi says Shabah. Yeah? He says Shabah, means like a shadow. He says there are two things. The object, which is in the crystal container, the object, like, a human being. You have image of human being. He said that human being is the object, then shadow of it is reflected on mind. We say no, real human being should be there so that we can develop knowledge of it. And it has to be also one, not two.
Very
Okay.
subtle.
Pardon?
Very subtle.
Yes, very subtle.
So I think we've done chapter 10 and 11. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
I want to give you a little introduction. I don't study completely the next lesson, but as usual, I give you a little introduction.
Number 12, no, chapter 12, is it?
In Farsi, chapter 13. In English,
Chapter 12, I think. Unity of the Noor and
what is the title?
Noor, unity of the Noor and the Noor.
No. Before that is
Before
secondary philosophical.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, what is the title?
Secondary philosophy.
11, yeah. What's the title?
Secondary philosophical concepts.
Yes.
That's the next
Just concepts?
one. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Sheikh, we have not reached Ilm al-Qabuli for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what we know of Allah is an image. And whatever image we have is not really Allah, because Allah cannot be limited to any sort of image.
It's image of Allah, but it's not the same as Allah. Not that it's not Allah.
It's not the same.
It's
And
not the
cannot
same.
be the same because it's
Yeah.
limited.
Yeah.
So where does that put us in terms of servitude? Because we don't even have that capability yet.
You don't need to have al-muhuzuri of Allah to serve Him. Actually, to reach that level that you have al-muhuzuri, you need to serve Him. Like, for example, you have something in mind that you are looking for it, you go everywhere to find it, but because you have an image of it. But when you see it, you find it, then you have better knowledge. But you had ijmali, a kind of partial knowledge, limited knowledge that helped you to find it. Okay, a very important discussion in Islamic philosophy, which unfortunately has been missing in some other philosophies and has created lots of problems, is this lesson. In Farsi 13, in English 11. Okay?
What did the other two go?
It's not that 13 in Farsi means 11 in English. 13 in any language means 13 and 11 means 11. But because they have merged. So, we have different types of concepts. This is very, very important distinction that, in philosophy, you have to be able to make these distinctions, because if you don't make these distinctions, then everything for you becomes similar. Those who are very philosophical in mind, those who are very sharp in their mind, when they see something, then they can quickly make lots of distinctions. When they hear someone said something, they can make lots of distinctions, Otherwise, you can have very simplistic approach. One of the distinctions that Muslim philosophers have made very well is the distinction between three types of concepts. المعقولات الأولى المعقولات الثانية الفلسفية المعقولات الثانية المنطقية. We say معقولات الثانية فلسفي، معقولات الثانية منطقي، معقولات أولى. معقول
So Sheikh, ثانية or ثانوية?
ثانية.
Because in Arabic usually you say ثانوي.
You can say Thanawi, but in Farsi we say Thaniya.
Okay.
But you can say Thanawi in Arabic. Ma'qul is different from maqul. When we were talking about categories, that is maqulat. Maqulat. Without ain. Maqul means ma yuqal. What has been said. Ma'qul means ma yu'qal. Do you understand the difference? Ism maf'ul from qala yaqulu is maqul. Maqul. Ism maf'ul from aqala ya'qilu is ma'qul.
Yes.
Is it clear? Maqul means what is said. Ma yuqalu fi jawab ma hu. Categories are what is said in response to the question, what is something in its essence. Anyway, that's maqul. Don't get it confused with ma'qul. Ma'qul means what is understood. Ughila. Ughila means understood. They mean by these ma'qulat concepts. In some books they translate it as, they say intelligibles or intellected. They can use different equivalents. Sometimes they are just primary, first, not secondary. Like the concept of human being, the concept of water, the concept of horse, the concept of elephant, the concept of flower, the concept of stone. These are called al-ma'qulat al-ula, or the primary, the first concept or intelligibles. You have something outside in the real world, you develop a concept of it and you apply to it. Okay? Where is water? Where is human being? Outside. So you take the concept from outside and apply it to outside. But sometimes we have al-ma'qulat al-thaniya al-mantiqiyya or thanawiyya al-mantiqiyya. These are logical concepts which are secondary because you don't have them outside. You have to reflect on the first and primary ones and come up with this. For example, you say al-kulli. Mafhum kulli. Al-mafhum al-kulli is something that does not exist outside. It's only in the mind and can be only applied to the things which are in mind. You can have mafhumul insan, but you can apply it to the things which are outside. But al-kulli cannot be applied to something which is outside. And then you have al-ma'qulat al-thanawiyyah al-falsafiyyah, which are in between these two. And this is amazing distinction that Muslim philosophers have worked out and is helping you understand many things in philosophy, in ethics, many cases. Al-ma'qulat al-thaniyah al-falsafiyyah. And that is where it is applied to something which is outside, but it is not added to it externally. Okay? You know, al-ma'qulat al-ula was about outside and it's applied to outside, but it's in Zen. It's ma'qul, it's concept, it's Zen. But for example, when you say something is haywan, something is natir, something is white, something is black, something is soft, something is hot, all these concepts are about outside. If, for example, heat is added, it becomes hot. If softness is added, it becomes soft. Okay? So, the realm of that mafhum, ma'qulat ula, is outside. The realm of mantiqi is mind. But al-ma'qulat al-thaniyah al-falsafiyyah, they are applied to something which is outside, but they are not added to them. You cannot point at them. For example, al-imkan. You say Zaydun mumkinun. Imkan, contingency. Imkan is not like being hot or being soft. It's not a quality or a property which is added to it. You cannot say which part of it is mumkin. This is very important distinction. I will inshallah discuss this again. Just wanted to prepare your mind. Hopefully you would have chance to read the text and be ready, because this is very important discussion. And inshallah, if you understand this, it helps you in many future studies. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. It can be accidental, it can be jawhari.